now, it's time!
Big Rob, I'm going to break down some of the fights and predictions for UFC 209 this Saturday. Oh yeah. What up? So first thing first, we're going to talk about UFC 209, of course, but I want to say about the last two fights. UFC 208, I went 4-5. It happens, have a bad card here and there. But the Travis Brownie fight and Derek Lewis, so I had to spit, dipski and the lipski, because that's how Big Rob rolls, while your bitch slobbing on my fucking knob. But anyways, that fight card, the free fight night, I couldn't make a video, I was out of town, but as you all know, on Instagram I did post, and Snapchat and shit like that. I end up going 6-0, so that was perfect. But yeah, UFC 209, let's start off with the fight picks. Okay, first fight we got, I'm going with Alcantara, can't pronounce his first name, against Luke Sanders. Luke Sanders is undefeated. I've watched Alcantara before. Really can't remember if I seen Sanders, but looking at stats and stuff, a little what I think, I'm gonna have to go with Alcantara on this one. And the next fight is Darren Elkins against Masad Beck. I can't even pronounce it, I'm sorry. I'm bad with names. But I'm going to go with Bekatic. He's fighting against Elkins. I've seen, actually, Beltrek, I noticed him in the UFC game the other day. I'm pretty sure I've seen him fight before. I'm actually probably going to look at some film after this. I've seen Elkins fight. Statistic-wise, I'm gonna have to go with the dude who's fighting Elkins. I can't pronounce the name, so I'm sorry. And then we got Luis Henrique Barboza de Oliveira against Marcin Tyburo. I watched both of these guys fight. I'm gonna have to go with Tyburo though. I think he's gonna have that knockout punch. I mean, I think it's gonna be a knockout. Whoever's gonna land it. Both decent hitters. Lewis got, I think that was Francis' first fight actually in the UFC. It was against Lewis. But we got David Timur and Lando Vantanito. I haven't seen David Timur fight, but I've seen Vantanita, and I'm going with Vantanita on that one. So yeah, we got Mark Hunt against Overeem. To me, both of these fighters are, they're going downhill, kind of. But I think I'm going to have to pick Hunt because, his stand-up's fucking fire. Brock did take him down. He was defending a little bit in that fight. And I think that's Overeem's going to try to take him down. But Overeem chin, I think Hunt is a warrior still, and I think he's gonna land one, and Reem's gonna go down. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Mark Hunt by knockout. Maybe in the second round. I don't see it going in the third. I mean, it could possibly go maybe in the first round, but I I'm gonna go with Hunt by knockout TKO. So
Next
yeah.
fight, we got Rashad Evans and Daniel Kelly. Both is like old and iffy. Rashad Evans actually going down 185. I'm gonna have to pick Rashad Evans in this one. Just because he does look a little fit, but I think he's gonna have the speed on Kelly, and I think that's gonna help him. I think he's actually the better fighter, and I think Rashad's gonna get it done on this one.
Tony Ferguson against Khabib. I think I'm actually looking forward to this fight. I think it's gonna be good. It's for the interim lightweight belt, so 5 rounds. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Tony Ferguson. Because Khabib, don't get me wrong, he's a good fighter, but I think his stand-up is iffy. I mean, Michael Johnson rocked him a couple of times, and I actually had Michael Johnson in that fight. You know, Khabib's ground game is fucking phenomenal. But I think if he gets Tony Ferguson to the ground, Tony Ferguson is good on the ground. He's not bad. I think he's going to do well enough to defend it. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, I think this is a test for Khabib. One of his biggest tests. Ferguson, I think he's going to go in there and fight his fights. It's going to be a test for Ferguson too on the ground. I mean, stand up, I think Ferguson fucking owns him, to be honest. But if it goes to the ground, I think it's a test for Ferguson to see if he can defend Khabib's phenomenal ground game. And it's a test for Khabib to see if he could get Ferguson to the ground and do what he does best. And see how he does in the stand-up game. So it's going to be very interesting. But my pick is Tony Ferguson. I think it goes all rounds in a close battle. You know, we got Woodley against fucking Wonderboy. Fucking... I'm gonna have to go with Woodley on this. Last time they fought, it was close. I thought personally Woodley won, but it's a draw. It happens. The reason I'm going with Woodley on this one, he got those power stand-up punches. I mean, if it's standing, Wonderboy might take it. But I think Woodley's gonna force it to the ground this fight more than he did last fight. And if he does that, he's gonna be successful on the ground and pound. And I think that's what's gonna win him the fight. Is get a couple takedowns and ground and pound, and that's gonna seal the deal. And I think it's gonna go in decision. So yeah, that's what I think.
And that's gonna sum it up for my fight picks and predictions and breakdowns and all that fucking badass shit. Leave a comment below. What's your fight picks? Keep a thumbs up and let me know what you think. And I want to give a special shout out because he's been selling me out. The Dipsmith. I put his link below. He's fucking make some badass dip vids and all kinds of shit. And leaving his comments, Team BigRob, so he knows I sent you there. And go subscribe to his channel.